Hello guys and welcome to a new tutorial video for the Youtubomatic plugin. I have to redo this tutorial because in the last year the Google API console changed quite a lot, and the last tutorial video I made for the Youtubomatic plugin is still showing the old Google API console. So let me redo the entire tutorial for the Youtubomatic plugin. I hope you will be helped by this tutorial. So let me get started and click plugins, add new, upload plugin, choose file, go to the zip file you downloaded from CodeCanyon, but don't forget that if you downloaded the package file that contains also the documentation of the plugin, please extract that package file and install only the installable zip file that you will find inside that package. So click install now. Also, please note that the zip file of this plugin, the Youtubomatic plugin, is larger than usual than other plugins, and because of this, installation might take a bit longer than usual, but you should wait this out because install will function. However, if you get an error that the file size is over max upload size or uploading is not working, then you need to increase your max upload size in WordPress. This is a WordPress settings that might prevent you from installing the plugin. If you don't know how to do this, you should contact your hosting provider support and ask them to increase the max upload file size in the WordPress installation of your WordPress site. So now that everything is fine, click activate plugin, and we can go to the plugin settings. Now we will see this and we can go ahead and configure the plugin. So we have here API key list. We can enter one or multiple API keys in this settings field. To do so, hover over the question mark, click here, and we can go ahead and create a new project if you don't have a project yet. So for this, click on this and create project. Let's give a name here, Youtubomatic test project, and simply click create. Okay, so now the project is being created. Let's take a moment here and wait this out. And after it is created successfully, for the project we created, click select project. And the API console will switch to the project you created. And now we have to click create credentials, API key, and we will get our new API key. So let's copy this and paste it here in the plugin settings. Afterwards, click save API key info. After you've done this, you will still need to do one thing. Click on the project that you have and click library, and here search for YouTube. You still need to enable YouTube API for the API key that you created, because the API key is a general Google API key and it will not work otherwise. So search for YouTube, and when you see YouTube data API with free, click on it and click the blue enable button. And this will spin for a while, and after it is done spinning, you will have your YouTube API enabled for the project and the API key that you created. So now you are good to go. We can go back to the plugin settings, click on YouTube to posts, and we can go ahead and set up our first importing rules. So let's check if we have posts here. Let's trash this test post because it seems that I have a test post here on my site, delete it permanently, and we can go ahead and check if we have posts. Now it is empty. Now let's use some importing rules in the Youtubomatic plugin to get new posts created. So let's import laptop related posts from YouTube. Let's say I want to get 3 of this post. This is just an example importing rule. This is just a crash course, and I will be detailing everything soon. So right now I am just running, importing, and getting some example posts. So let's refresh the site, and here it is, the image and the video and its description. So if we get things going here, we will be getting this. Okay, so now let me go in detail and explain each and every settings from the plugin. I just deleted posts that I created, and now my website is empty once again. Okay. So here I am in the YouTube to post menu. Here I will be able to enter keywords that I want to search for, exactly like I would search YouTube for videos. So if I enter here laptop, then the plugin will do the same search result like I would enter here laptop. However, note that your server has a different location and it is not logged in as your user, so it will get different videos for the search results compared when you search for videos from your YouTube account or from your local computer, because your server has a different IP address and it is located maybe in a different country even, and because of this YouTube search results returns different videos for this keyword search. Okay. Now let's go ahead and set here our source language. We can set here the source language we want to use in YouTube keyword search. We can leave this to any or set it to English or your language. The schedule parameter defines how often should the plugin run automatically. This is in hours. And if you leave it by default, the plugin will run 1 time per day, and it will import a maximum of 3 videos. If we click here on settings, we will see a huge number of things that we can change and set. So let's see, and let's start explaining each and every settings field from here. So on the top part of it, we will have generated post options. You can customize the post that you will be generating using these options. You have in the middle posting restriction options. You can set some additional restrictions that you want to make. So some posts are not accepted because of these restrictions. So let's say I want to ban some keywords that if are found in the video's title or description, the post will not be published, and so on. And at the bottom part, we will have additional YouTube search restrictions, which will tell the YouTube API some search. It will allow it to refine searching, to make it more specialized to what you will need to publish on your site. But let me go through each and every settings field from here one by one. I want to also tell you before I go into details that I will do 2 parts in this tutorial video. The first part is this that you are seeing right now. In this I will explain the YouTube to post part, and the second part will be coming in an upcoming video, and in that part I will be explaining the posts to YouTube part of this plugin, because it has a really huge number of settings that you can change, and you need to understand to make this plugin fully work for you. And because of this, I split this tutorial video in 2 parts. But right now let's go and check this settings field right here. So generated post title, this is the title of the videos that you will be creating using the plugins. You will be able to use shortcodes here. So the format of shortcodes is this, and you can use these shortcodes to get videos generated. So you can enter also manual strings. So for example, YouTube video, and this will be the title of the video imported. Also, you can do the same thing with the content of the post that you create. Here you will have many more shortcodes to use. Okay, you can also cache items for continuous posting. If you check this checkbox, the plugin will continuously post new videos each time it runs, because it will remember the last video where it posted the last video, and it will be starting posting from there on. If you uncheck this checkbox, then the plugin will not remember the last video it posted, and it will check always the latest videos that YouTube API returns. So for example, if you search for Trump related videos, it will post the first 5 videos if you set it so, and if you uncheck this checkbox, then the plugin will search YouTube API for fresh videos each time it runs, and if there are no fresh videos to be displayed, then it will not post anything until it will not find something new. If you check this checkbox, the plugin will continue to continuously post over and over again when it runs, and it will go for older videos also. This is the status of the post that you wish to publish: pending, draft, public, publish, private or trash, item type, post page or any other custom post type that you have active on your site. Post author, you can set the author of the post. Authors will be displayed here from your site. Video event type, you can select the uploaded, completed, live or upcoming event type for the videos to be imported. Enable video autoplay. If you want to autoplay videos that you will be creating in the post, check this checkbox. Get detailed video info. If you want to get detailed info for videos, then you should leave this checkbox checked, because if you uncheck this, then videos will have partial info and the post will not have so detailed info in them. So I recommend that you leave this checkbox checked. Video caption preferred languages, you can select the preferred languages for video captions. You can enter a 2-letter language here. So for example, these are the preferred languages for English, Spanish, Hungarian and Brazilian. Caption separator, this is a separator that you will be using to separate lines in captions. So you might know that captions are coming from YouTube one by line, and you can use this separator to add between these lines. So these 2 settings fields will modify the video caption shortcode only. So this is the shortcode that displays the captions of the videos if they would have one, and adds them in the content. And these settings fields that I just mentioned are there to change this behavior. Okay, so import comments. You can also import comments from the YouTube videos, a random number or a defined number of comments. Generated post format, you can set a format for your posts. Additional post category, you can select categories that you wish to assign to posts that you create. You can also hit the control button and keep it pressed and select multiple categories with your mouse. Auto add categories from hashtags found in the videos, video tags, content or everything. Auto create categories parent ID. If you want to assign automatically created categories to a parent category, you can set its ID here, its numeric ID here. Remove WordPress default post category. If you want to remove the uncategorized category, then you should check this checkbox, because WordPress adds this category by default to all posts that are automatically created. Auto add tags, you can auto add tags using this. You can add manual tags using a comma separated list of manual tags. Enable comments, ping back, trackback, set post date from video. If you want to set the original post date, then you can check this checkbox as the publish date for the WordPress post. you can check this checkbox. So this will import the video upload date to the generated post to your WordPress site. Post custom fields, you can set custom fields in this format. So custom field name equals greater to create this little arrow, and custom field value. And in the custom field value you can have these shortcodes. So this is very useful to have when you have custom post types and you want to assign custom fields to these posts. Okay, custom post taxonomies, this will have a similar syntax. However, note that in this case you need to separate multiple expressions that you create with semicolon, while in the post custom fields you need to separate multiple expressions that you create with comma. So this is the difference. In the post custom field settings field, separate multiple expressions with comma, and here separate multiple expressions with semicolon in the taxonomies field. Automatically translate content to any language using Google Translate. Source language, if your videos are in a language that is different from English, you can select the source language here. Auto get featured image, if you want to assign the featured image of posts from the video image, then you can check this checkbox. Replace article image with royalty-free image. If you set up royalty-free image importing in the plugin's main settings, then you can check this checkbox. I will be covering this also soon. Default featured image list, if the plugin is not detecting any featured image for the videos, you can set a default featured image list, and the plugin will use this featured image list. You can also use numeric IDs from your media library to not copy the same image over and over again from an external source to your media library. So if you have a media ID with 343, then you can use it like this. Okay, if you want to assign only these default featured images to your post and you don't want to get the featured images from YouTube, you can uncheck this checkbox and set here a list of featured images you can set. Attach screenshot to all generated posts. If you want to set a screenshot to posts, you can use this checkbox. And please note that you need to have Phantom.js installed on your server and configured to make this checkbox work. Run regex on content. If you want to run a regex expression, then you can set it here and it will replace or remove content that you are matching from the post content and replace it with this expression that you set here. If you know regex, then this will be a very valuable feature for you. And here we have banned word list, required word list, and match required and banned words on title, content, or both. So if you want to require or ban words for the post to be published on your site, then you should set here the words, a comma separated list of words. And here we can go into additional YouTube search restrictions. So channel ID, we can set the channel ID which we search, source playlist ID, search videos related to this video ID, publish before this date, publish after this date. You can insert here any date you wish. Video topic ID, video source location, result type, show or any safe search. You can make strict searches to exclude adult content. Region code, you can search based on a region code. You can search for closed captions. You can search for video definitions, video dimension, duration, license, type, syndication, search order. You can set the search order you want to use, date, rating, title, video count or view count. Video is embeddable. Video category, you can set here the category that you wish to import. Skip videos order than this date that you set here. And short video description, if you set here a description and save settings, then this description will be shown here next to the ID of the rule, and it will help you to identify rules. And this feature is useful if you want to import videos from YouTube channels. For example, if you set here a source channel ID, for example this channel ID, and you wish to import all videos, then you should enter a star here in the keyword search. If you enter a star, it will tell the plugin that it should import all videos that match the other restrictions that you make here in the additional YouTube search restrictions. So if you set here a channel and enter here a star, the plugin will import all videos from that YouTube channel. Okay, so this is covering the settings of the YouTube to post plugin menu. Let's go now to main settings plugin menu, and here you will have some more additional settings you can check. So here you will have the YouTube API key list. Don't forget that you can add a comma separated list of multiple API keys to prevent rate limiting. Also here you can set your OAuth 2 key and secret. This is used to upload videos to YouTube that are embedded on in your WordPress posts that are published, but this will be covered in an upcoming tutorial video that I will be publishing soon. Also, here are many more settings, and let me explain them one by one. So do not check generated post in rule settings. This is useful if you have many posts imported to your site and the YouTube to posts loading time is slow. You can check this checkbox and solve this issue if you have it, but otherwise you don't need to check this. Do not check for duplicate posts. If you check this checkbox, the plugin will publish duplicate posts on your site, so check it only if you know what you are doing. Do not remove WordPress post content filters when publishing posts. If you don't want to remove the WordPress post content filters and you wish to allow WordPress to filter the posts that you create using the plugin, you can check this checkbox. So keep in mind, these are all advanced settings and you should check them only if you are knowing what you are doing. Remove unprintable characters from posts. Enable checking post titles for duplicates. This will check the titles of posts for duplicates instead of the ID of the video. So keep in mind, advanced settings, I already told you about this. Enable warning notice at post publishing. If you are using the classic editor, you can disable the progress bar for posts that are published. If you don't want to get this, you can uncheck this checkbox, but in Gutenberg this will have no effect. Get as many videos as possible from YouTube API. If you check this checkbox, the plugin will make the largest possible query for YouTube API, and it will get the most videos for you. And this might be useful if you want to get many videos imported. So if you check this checkbox, then the YouTube API might be a bit more queried than usual. Show extended item information meta box. Once again, if you have a classic editor installed, then you can check this checkbox and the plugin will display additional information for you for each generated post in the classic editor interface, but in Gutenberg this will have no effect. Google Translator API key. If you have a premium subscription for the Google Translator API, you can enter your API key here. Enable logging, detail logging. The plugin will have here in the activity and logging section down here a log where you can see what the plugin did, and you can enable also detail logging, but I don't recommend using this if you don't know what you are doing. You can also automatically clear logs using this feature. And also we have secret words for manual cron running. If you want to replace your WordPress cron with server-side cron, you can set here a secret word. Let's set here a secret word, and we will be able to get a URL provided by the plugin. This is it, which will contain our secret word, which will be able to be used as a cron, and we can set this to run the plugin and run importing in the plugin using a server-side cron. Disable loading of YouTube related scripts. If you don't want to add YouTube related scripts to your site by the plugin, check this checkbox. A timeout for rule running. If the plugin runs more than this amount of seconds, it will automatically be stopped. Delay between rule running. So this is the time the plugin should wait in seconds before running the next rule from its settings. Do not disable WordPress heartbeat. If you have issues in other plugins related to WordPress heartbeat not being there anymore, you can check this checkbox. Send rule running summary in email to this email address. Copy images from content locally. You can copy images from content locally. Do not copy featured image locally. Use featured image from URL integration. If you have this plugin installed, you can enable the featured image from URL integration, and the plugin will use the FIFO plugin to display remote featured images. Or you can use this experimental feature as an alternative for this. Featured image type to import, so you can set the resolution and the format of the picture that you wish to import. Featured image resize size. And here are royalty-free image importing options. So if you recall, you had the replace article image with royalty-free image settings field in the importing rules settings. And this can be enabled if you check this checkbox and also go to the plugin's main settings and set all these or the sources that you select. So you will have Morguefile, app ID, app secret. This will enable importing from Morguefile. Pexels app ID, Flickr app ID. You can set the license and search order for Flickr. Pixabay search app ID and settings, Unsplash app ID, Pixabay direct web scraping and settings, and you can set also an attribution using this shortcode in the generated post content settings field, which will attribute the imported royalty-free images to their source. Broad image search, and do not use original image if no free image found. So keep in mind, you will be able to use all these settings field to enable royalty-free image settings and importing in the plugin. So replace article image with royalty-free image. Okay, now we can change the post content options. Enable link monetization using shortest. You can set your shortest API token here. Disable automatic excerpt generation if you check this checkbox. Strip HTML elements from final content by ID. Link generated post title to YouTube videos if you check this checkbox. Sorry. Then the post that you will be creating will be linking directly to the source of the YouTube video. So you will be having multiple blog posts on the front page of your site, and those posts that are displayed on your front page will not link to your blog post that was created on your site, but will link directly to the YouTube video. So this is the feature to have if you want to create an aggregator website where on your front page you will be displaying only links to YouTube videos that you imported. Soft redirect post to YouTube videos. This will redirect posts that you created to YouTube videos that were imported. Shorten imported URLs using Bitly. And you can set here your access token from Bitly. Shorten exported URLs to YouTube using Bitly using the same settings field. Strip links from generated post content. Strip textual links. If you don't want to get all those links that are imported usually from the YouTube videos description, you can check this checkbox. Limit content paragraph count. Limit title word count. Strip HTML elements by class. custom post source metadata. This is an advanced settings, and you can set custom post source metadata to generated posts. If you want to use proxies, then you can set here a proxy and proxy authentication. The proxy format should be this: IP address and port. Also, username, password can be set for the proxy here. Try to fix HTML tags. If you see some broken HTML in generated post, you can check this checkbox to fix it, but this usually should not be the case. Try to import only auto-generated closed captions. So if you don't want to get the manually generated closed captions, you can check this checkbox. Show this image ad before playing imported videos. You can set here a comma separated list of URLs, of image URLs, and these images will be shown before the YouTube videos. This is a great feature and unique on the market feature. Go ahead guys and check it. Image add URL list. You can set also a URL list to your videos to begin with. So I will make another tutorial video on this actually, because it is a really great feature. Automatically translate content to these languages using Google Translate. Source language, the source language of your videos. Spin translate only video title and description. Spin text using word synonyms using these premium spinners, the best spinner, Word AI Spin Rewriter, or any of these free built-in spinners. Use Phantom.js to generate screenshots. Use Puppeteer to generate screenshots. These need to be installed on your server to work. Phantom.js path on your server. If you have Phantom.js, you need to set its path on your server here. Phantom.js page screenshot size in pixels. And posting restrictions: minimum title work on, maximum title work on, minimum content work on, maximum content work on, ban word list, required word list, skip posts that do not have images, and skip posts older than this date. So these are global posting restrictions. These will apply to all rules. You can set minimum title work on, maximum, and so on. But keep in mind, if you set here restrictions that are too tight, then nothing will be published on your site. Meta tags options: enable the automatic YouTube meta tags generation, OG meta tags, default OG image when no image detected, and link directly to YouTube videos in OG meta tags. So these are meta tags related options, and you can leave them disabled or enable them if you don't have a SEO plugin that creates this meta tags for you. Subscribe button configurator: you can also use a subscribe button shortcode in the generated post content. So if you search here for subscribe, then you will have the YouTube subscribe button shortcode, and this can be configured using this channel name, button layout, and theme. And embedded player options: you can customize the player that the plugin embeds for the videos it imports. All these settings will be able to be changed by you, and you will be able also to use a random sentence generator. These are shortcodes that can be used once again in the generated post content settings field. So if you search here, you will have the random sentence shortcode and random sentence 2. You can define here sentences, one on each line, and the sentences can have variables in them. Variables start with %sign, and you can define values for variables like this. So this variable has any of these values at random, and a random sentence will be selected. Also, custom HTML code generator: you can use these shortcodes to display custom HTML once again in the generated post content settings field. Affiliate keyword replacer tool: this is a nice tool to have, and it will search for a keyword, replace it with another keyword in the generated post content, and link even add a link to it. And keep in mind, this will have not just on the post that the plugin generates, but on your entire blog, on your entire website. So keep in mind, if you want to search keywords, then it will be used globally. Also, the plugin will have many WordPress shortcodes that you can use, and also Gutenberg block alternatives, YouTube grid to display videos in a grid, YouTube grid channel to display videos from a channel in a grid, playlist grid, video, this will display a single video, search, this will display a keyword search, this will display a YouTube channel and a playlist. So these are nice YouTube shortcodes, WordPress shortcodes that you can use. Here are some examples of these shortcodes that you can make use of. And also there will be 2 more shortcodes that will list posts that the plugin imported and not other posts from your site. So these 2 shortcodes will list and display only posts that the plugin imported. So you can use also this to to display posts that the plugin imported. Okay, so basically these are the options that the plugin provides. And as I mentioned, I will be covering the post to YouTube menu in another video, another tutorial video in the second part of this. Here we have also some tips and tricks that I recommend you do to increase your revenue and potential. And here in the activity and logging section, as I said, you will see some logs that the plugin generates, a system info, rules that are currently running on your site, restore plugin default settings, and delete all posts that were generated by the plugin. So yeah, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lengthy tutorial video. Don't forget to check also the second part, which covers the post to YouTube feature. And until next time, have a nice day, stay safe, bye bye.